Hi, this is HardballRetro. Welcome to the Retrodome. Today we'll be doing a quick tutorial on how to create and edit teams, lineups, and rotations in Earl Weaver Baseball II. This game was published in 1991 as the sequel to Earl Weaver Baseball, which was developed and released back in 1987, I believe. Earl 2 was published by Electronic Arts, developed by Mirage Graphics, Eddie Dombrower and team. So let's go ahead and jump right into this. Now, I did want to mention that Eddie acquired the code to the game, and he released several updates to the product as shareware under the title I Got It Baseball. And I believe you can possibly still download that over at bangbangplay.com. And Eddie also released a version for the iPhone, I believe it was, called EWB Baseball. I don't think that's supported any longer, but just wanted to mention that. So yeah, let's jump right into this. So when you launch the game, go to the main menu. I'm going to go down to Advanced Features, Utility Programs. So I do have the Commissioner's Disk installed. That was a separate add-on for the game. Commissioner Disk 2. And I've already got the 1981 MLB season loaded in here. So if we just do Edit Teams and Players, you'll see that we've got, I think it's F3 and F4 to go cycle through the teams here. Yeah. Alright, so got a number of players already on these teams. What I'm going to do, I didn't count these, but I think we've got 25 players or somewhere along those lines. So I'm going to add someone who would be like an extra player, and we'll do one player and one pitcher. And I wanted to emphasize here that we do have reserve roster space here. So most of the games prior to Earl Weaver Baseball II, which was a 1991 release, roster size was kind of capped at 25, which definitely limits your ability to, flexibility as far as injuries or just bringing players on and off your team, having some additional bench guys. I think the original full count might have had a 29-man roster. One of the other videos I did, somebody had I think it was 29-man. And then also in 1991, Tony La Russa's Ultimate Baseball had a 30-man, I believe, 25-man active, and 5 reserves. So, alright, I've got Baseball Reference up in the background. I'm going to go to 1981 Angels. And I'm going to scroll through this and find a couple guys that aren't on this team yet in my Earl Weaver II 1981 season. So let me double check this. I think, let's just arrow down here. So Tom Brunansky made his debut for the 81 Angels, and I don't see him here. Alright, so I'm going to do F2 to add a new player. Added to reserves, fine. Okay. And then, where am I over here? There we go. New player on reserves. Alright, so you scroll all the way down to the bottom, you've got new player. So I'm going to do F1 to edit stats on that guy. Alright, last name, Brunansky. First name Tom. All right. Throws right, position pitcher, no. So I'm going to bring up his baseball reference page. He played left field for the Angels that year. I know most of you are familiar with Tom Brunansky, probably associate him as a right fielder, but he solely played in left in 1981. All right, so we're going to type in, actually if we hit enter, we've got our choices here, so I can just go over and change him to a fielder. Now he bats right, left field, position 2, should be none. Okay, year 1981. I don't know if it's necessary to give him an ID number. Let's give him just something like there. Just so we don't step on an ID number that we've already used. All right, so you can see here we've got split stats. So totals, and I think if we do the lefty, it'll plug in the righty values, but we'll find that out in a second here. All right, so he only played 11 games. 33 at-bats. He had 41 plate appearances. Sometimes I mistype that. 7, 5, no doubles, no triples, 3 dingers, 6 ribs, 0, 8, 10, 1 stolen base. All right. So yeah, he hit 151, so they sent him out pretty quickly here. And this was his lone season on the Angels. He was traded to the Twins after this. All right, so now if I look up his, let me get his fielding numbers while I'm on this screen, then we'll go to his split stats. Standard fielding, here we go. Not a whole lot going on here. 2 errors, 27, and 3 assists. All right, so his fielding average, that matches up with what I've got here. All right, now versus lefties, what did he do? Let's see, I got to go to Baseball Reference Splits, 1981. Scroll down a little bit here. Platoon splits, there we go. And again, there's hardly anything here because he barely played. Versus lefties, 9. Oh, it's going to mess with these, isn't it? Okay, well, that's all right. We'll fix that. 9, 2, 2 homers. 1, 1. All right. So I should have just done his righty and lefty numbers here. But I did have to plug in like games and runs and ribbies. That doesn't come across on the splits on this anyway. 24, 3 hits, 1 homer, 7, 9. All right, so those numbers are back up to where they should be, up in the totals row anyway. All right, so now we've got some subjective numbers here. His power, his hit and run. 4 is like average power, so I mean he's got 3 homers and 33 at-bats, but I'm going to give him a 4 here. I think it's 1 through 10. Hit and run. The guy hit 151. I'm going to give him a 1. 1 is obviously the worst. He's not a good bunter. Runs. So he's slightly below average runner. Range. Give him a 4. Arm. 5. He did have 3 assists in 11 games, so. Alright, Again, you can tweak these as you wish. So we're going to say, you also have auto rate player F9. I'm not going to do that, but you could use that. It'll generate ratings, and then, so you could do that, and then you could tweak it if you didn't like the number that it came up with. Okay, F10 finished. Save stats, yes. All right, so that's Brunansky. Now let's create one new player. Add new player. All right, and this new player will be a pitcher. I'm not going to do every single Angel reserve here. We're just doing this for demonstration purposes. We're going to put Angel Moreno. He's a left-handed starter reliever. Okay, so Moreno, Angel on the Angels. Lefty, pitcher, 1981. Again, I don't know if the ID is relevant. Can't recall. It's been a while since I've done this. Alright, Moreno was 1-3 with 8 games, 4 starts, complete game, 1. No saves, 31 and a third. They do have fractions of an inning here. Some games they don't do that. You've got to round it off. At-bats hits, earned runs is 10. Hit batters is 0. Alright, so now we'll do the lefty-righty part. Got to go to his splits here. Okay, split stats, 81. Here we go, platoon splits. Got it, got that page up. Alright, versus lefties, 18 at-bats, 8 hits, 1 homer, and 2 walks, 1 K, so not very good there. Versus righties, a bit better. 1 homer, 12, 11. Okay, now let's try the old auto rate, so F9. Alright, so it automatically filled in our speed, control, fatigue. Did not give him a hold or a durability. Let's give him 4s here. Alright, batting stats I don't care about here, but if you're, pre-DH, American League or National League until very recently, you would have batting numbers to put in. It's not a full-fledged batting line. So this is a bit problematic if you're trying to put in like an Ohtani. If you're trying to give Ohtani pitching numbers and hitting numbers, you can't get very granular with the hitting numbers, obviously, with only those 4 entries. And accumulated, this would be, if you're running a season, you can edit the accumulated stats. I don't really see a reason for this unless for some reason you forgot to hit that button at the end of the game to accumulate numbers, but then you would have had to know what they did in that game in order to fill in those gaps. So, but you do have the ability to edit this if you need to. Maybe you thought the game assigned a win to somebody, it should have gone to somebody else. Basically it's here if you need it. The only thing you might want to edit here is days out. So anyway, I'm going to Finish him. F10. We're done. Alright, so right now those guys are both in our reserves. So if I play an exhibition game, I can't use either one of them. So one of the cool things here, go to Edit Rosters. Alright, so here's the Angels. These are the 25 guys that are currently on the roster. And it's showing versus right-handed history. You can do versus lefty history, total history, or total accumulated, which I don't have any accumulated numbers. So you can see in the bottom left-hand corner there, R for reserves. Alright, so I've got Brunansky and Moreno in my reserves right now. I can swap them. Let's say I want to put, I don't know. Let's say we'll put Brunansky up and Harlow down, right? So you just arrow over whoever you're going to replace. And let's say we're going to swap out, I don't know, Jefferson for Moreno. There. Alright, so now they're both on the active roster. Hit escape, save changes, yes. Alright, so as you can see, Moreno is here, Brunansky is here. Alright, if you hit the space bar, you can display their stats. Okay, F10 to finish. Alright, so we're good here. F10, I'm going to exit the commissioner. Alright, we're back to the main game here. And let's pick our teams. Team selection. Alright, California's the visitor. And Boston home team. And let's check our lineups here. And just to get Brunansky in there, let's do Tudor or Ojeda. Go with Bobby Ojeda. Alright. Rest of the lineup I'm not going to mess with too much. Opponent. Jeff Zahn on the mound. Sure. And let's do Fred Lynn on the bench. Wow. Okay, Brunansky. Let's get Brunansky in there. There. And we're going to move Clark to center. Yeah, something like that. That ought to work. Alright. Clark is there. Brunansky's there. Ojeda's on the mound. Let's play ball. There we go. Okay, Carew facing Ojeda. And there's a base hit to the opposite field for Carew. Alright, I get the different camera angle now. Burleson at bat. The Rooster grounds one up the middle.
Out of there! Out of there!
Double play. Alright. Disco Dan Ford, the right fielder. Launches this one down the line to left, and it's caught. Alright, bottom of first. California 0, Boston coming to bat. Okay, there's ball 4 to Remy. Now we've got Dwight Evans, Dewey, Evans at bat. Lifts this one down the line, right field. And that's out of here. 2-run blast by Evans puts the Sox up 2-zip early on here. Jeff Zahn serving up the gopher ball to the opposite field. 1-2 pitch, Rice strikes out. Carl Yastrzemski, the batter, hitting cleanup today. 3-0 pitch, and that's a walk. So Zahn is in some trouble here in the first. Carney Lansford, former Angel, DHing today. Grounds that one to second. Could be 2. There we go, double play. All right, so we're down 2-0 after 1. Oh, Baylor's plunked. All right. I mean, that's not really a rare occurrence for Don Baylor. He's on first. Gritch is at bat. Gritch with the fly out to center. Downing the batter. Grounds this one. Oh, safe at first. Fielder's choice. All right, here's our newly created player, Tom Brunansky, in there, hitting 151, but a couple of homers against lefties, and he draws a walk. Bobby Clark, the batter. 2-0 pitch is grounded slowly down to third, throws it across the diamond, and he's out of there. So we head to the bottom of the second. Boston up by 2. I will show you the strategy menu when I get another runner on base or if I need to go to the mound or something here. That one's skied to left. That's out. I've had the opportunity over the years to speak to both Don Daglow and Eddie Dombrower about the Earl Weaver games in particular. There's a fly ball to right. Catchable. Hoffman's out. And they both spoke fairly highly of Earl Weaver and how he was helpful with developing the artificial intelligence for the game. There's a base hit to center. And that includes, players backing up other players so that the game looks as realistic as possible. Oh, that one's going to dunk in there. That's a base hit. Here comes the throw home. Stapleton safe at the plate, and it's 3-0 Boston. So my Angels are not faring well in this contest. Evans homered his last time up, 2-run blast to right field. He draws a walk, and that's going to load him up here. For Jim Rice, bases loaded. Struck out his first time up, 2 down. Zahn with the delivery, that's to short. Burleson to first, and they get out of it. But they gave up another run, and the Angels trail 3-0 after 2. Campy Campaneris flies out. All right, top of the batting order, Rod Carew, the batter, facing Ojeda. There's a high chopper to short, and he's going to beat that out for an infield hit. Alright, so now we have an opportunity to use the old strategy menu. So if you hit the space bar, I only see the California strategy because, well, because the computer is managing Boston. So, let's see, you've got hit and run and hit, steal second. Let's just try. This is an exhibition game anyway. Steal second. And trying to remember, I think if I want to select that, I should have looked this up before. So if I'm using the keyboard, select the menu option, press A when the option is highlighted. A dot will appear to the right of the option. A. No? Okay. To unselect an option, press D. Well, let's see what happens. A. I don't see the little dot there. I am using the keyboard. Or am I using the keypad? Hold on. Maybe that's why. Press A4. Press 4. No. There we go. Alright. I was using keypad, not keyboard. That's why I'm like, it's not working for me. And P to return to the game. Okay. So if you're using keypad, it's up and down arrow. Oh, Cruz out of there. Caught stealing. Well, at least we know that strategy menu works. So like I was saying, up and down arrow, 4 to select on the keypad, 6 to deselect. If you're using the keyboard, it's, let's see, it's A and A to select, D to deselect, and it's P to return to the game. You can also use the joystick. Where was I? Alright, Lansford is up, Yastrzemski on first. Oh, throws it away. Oh no. E1. Okay. And he's not going to tag up on that one. Okay. Probably a wise move. Stapleton the batter. Oh, there's a base hit to right. Here's the throw home. Yastrzemski safe at home, and it's 4-0. I think I might want to get somebody up in the bullpen here. Hoffman. Ground ball to short. Out at first. Okay. Oh. We'll wait a little bit on that, but definitely is a there's a base hit down the line. That's going to be 2. And he's in there safely with a double. Alright. Baylor's up. Dan Ford down at second. Press the @ symbol to see the wind is swirling at 4 miles an hour. There's a fly ball to right. Are we tagging up? We are not tagging up. Strikeout. Here's Brunansky. He's got his chance here. Grounded to short. And he's out. Oh, 4-0. We do have our radar. The last pitch was 82 miles an hour. So that's probably something you want to check when your pitcher's getting tired. Probably see his velocity dropping. Miller strikes out. There's a fly ball to center. That's an out. Evans 1 for 1 with a homer. Zahn at 62 pitches. And that one's skied to right field, but playable. All right, we head to the top of the 5th with the Halos trailing 4-0. So we got Clark at first on a base hit. Campaneris the batter. There's a grounder up the middle. And that's going to be 2. Double play. Carew, 2 for 2. He's got Crawford up in the bullpen, it just said. Carew, high chopper down to third. Oh, close play. Let's watch the instant replay on that. Slow motion replay. Shift I. All right. Bang, bang, play at first. All right, we're back to the action here. Rice, the batter. It's grounded down to third. Campaneris, the throw, in time. Oh, and that's a home run by Yaz. Lansford, the batter. And that's skied to center field. And at the end of 5, Boston 5, California 0. Burleson lifts this one high to center. Out number 1. Now I'm going to go to my lineup here. And so if I go over here to my pitchers, since we put them on the team, Moreno is in the bullpen, but he's cold. And let's just do that for now. And P to play. And P to play again. There we go. All right, Dan Ford, the batter, trying to get something going here for California. And that's into the left field corner, but Rice is over there quickly. He's going to hold him to a single. All right, Don Baylor, the batter. 79 AL MVP. Also nicknamed Groove.
Out of there!
And he flies out to right field for out number 2. So we got Ford on first, Gritch at bat. This was an excellent season for Gritch. Tied for the league lead, 22 homers.
Out of there!
But he grounds into a fielder's choice here, and we go to the bottom of the 6th with the Angels trailing by 5. Now, let's go to our bullpen here. And Moreno is ready. There we go. Sub him in for Zahn. And Moreno is in for Zahn. There we go. All right. So, got Moreno in there. We got Brunansky in. So, the 2 guys that we created are in the game. Glenn Hoffman, the batter. 3-1 pitch. That's ball 4. 1 down, runner on first. The batter, Rick Miller. Miller, a former Angel as well. And he strokes that one to left. That's caught. 2 down. Jerry Remy, the batter, with Hoffman on first. 2-2 pitch. Struck him out. Angel Moreno racks up the strikeout there. Go to the top of the 7th. Angels down by 5. Here's Brunansky. 2-2 pitch.
Out of there!
So I have seen some articles where folks criticize the graphics on this game, and I think maybe in particular the large size graphics and the camera angles and different things, but I don't know. I'm kind of a fan of it, especially coming into the 90s. You'd see a lot of players that were, basically tiny sprites on the screen moving around. So I kind of like the scale of the players here. Yeah, sometimes when the camera angle is in an odd position, or some players look a lot smaller than others. But generally, I'm kind of a fan of this. Yaz with a single to left. So he's on first with 2 down. Carney Lansford, the batter. Moreno with 29 pitches thrown. That's a slow roller to third across the diamond. Out at first. Close play. Top of the 8th. Campaneris, Carew, Burleson due up. Campbell up in the bullpen. Campy with a chopper to third, and he's out at first. So here's Carew, 2 for 3 today. Bergmeyer up in the pen now. 2-2 pitch. There's a high chopper to short.
Out of there!
Carew's out at first. And Burleson, the batter. There's a base hit to left. Trying to get something going here for California. Dan Ford, the batter. He's 2 for 3 on the day. Ojeda at 91 pitches. Skies that one to center, so nothing doing here for the Halos in the top of the 8th. And Boston leads by 5. Stapleton, Allenson, and Hoffman due up. There's a walk. I should probably get somebody up in the bullpen here. Grounded to second. Oh, everybody's safe. Fielder's choice. Hoffman up. 2 on, nobody out. 3-2 pitch. Hoffman swings, grounds this one up the middle. That's a base hit. Here comes the throw home. I should get somebody up, like I said 2 batters ago. Let's get Sanchez. Sanchez is up. Oh, here's something we can do here. Well, we could mess with the infield depth, but we're already down by 5. But we do, just to show you here, I've got infield shift, infield depth, outfield. Let's try it, infield depth. Okay, now we'll bring them in. And what did I want to do here? I wanted to bring up the strategy. I lost my spot in the book here. Hold on a second. Of course, right when I want to. Here we go. V, visiting team advice. Alright, so you hit V for visitor or H for home. Alright, so Earl says get Ossie up in the bullpen, get Hassler up in the bullpen, check your pitcher. You got to play the infield in. Alright, accept. I can either accept or reject. I'll accept that. That's good advice, Earl. Sure. Alright. Let's talk to the pitcher. How's the arm? The arm's fine. He's a bit wild now. 43 pitches thrown. Okay. Oh, it says Fregosi Mock because they both managed the team at some point during the 81 season. I was like, who's Fregosi Mock? Alright. Grounded to short. The throw home. He's safe. Miller's safe at first. Everybody's safe, and it's 6-0. Remy, lefty-lefty matchup. Oh, grounds that one between first and second. That's a base hit. 7-0 now. Alright, Dwight Evans up. Let's go to the pen, see if anybody's ready here. Yeah, Ossie's ready. Bring in Don Ossie, but we're down by 7. Doesn't really matter. Evans up, bases loaded. He homered in the first. Ossie's in. That was not the result we were looking for, and this is officially a blowout at 11-0. Not our finest moment here. Luckily, it's only a demo. It's only an exhibition game. Rice drills that one into left field. That's a base hit. Yaz, 3 for 3 with a homer today. and out. Carney Lansford 0 for 4. Probably wants to join in on the hit parade here. But he fails to do so. He's 0 for 5 on the day. Stapleton 1 for 3 with a walk. Rice on first. 2-0 pitch. Stapleton lifts this one high to left field. Dropped by the left fielder. Well, that was Brunansky for you. Nice E7, and it's 12 zip. Allenson the batter. That should have been the end of the inning, but they tack on another run there. Allenson flies out. They score 7th in the 8th. 7 runs in the 8th, and they lead 12 zip. Okay. Going to the bullpen is Boston's manager, bringing in Bergmeyer for Ojeda. Here's Don Baylor. Bobby Grich, the batter. 1 down. Tom Bergmeyer, the southpaw. Grich is out at first. And Downing, the batter. This could be the ball game right here. 2-0 pitch. Yep, Downing extends the game with a single to left. And here's Brunansky, 0 for 2 with a walk. Clear is up in the bullpen, Mark Clear. And that's down the line to left. That could be. Shout out to Nathan Wang for the music here. Dave Warhol, sound effects. The other credits here. Clark's out at first. That's the end of the game here. Let me just run through the credits real quick since I started that process, right? Dave Warhol and Dave Hayes on the music arrangement, music composition, Nathan Wang. Design, Eddie Dombrower. Strategy, Earl Weaver. Programming, Eddie Dombrower, Bill Romerdahl, Bob Dietz, Mike Burton, Kenneth C. DeLea III, and Mark Whittlesey. Graphic design animation, Bob Troopy, Eddie Dombrower. Sound effects, there it is. Mike Sanders, Eddie Dombrower. So, okay, let's see what else we got here. Display box scores to the screen. Alright, here's our box score. Got a little how they scored section. There's that bottom of the 8th that was disaster, but we were already down 5 zip there, so. And then we did get the Brunansky 2-run shot to avert the shutout there. So 12-2 final. Carew, couple of hits. Ford, a couple of hits for the Halos with a double. Brunansky, the 2-run homer. Also committed an error. Zahn, not very effective. Couple home runs allowed. And Moreno got clobbered there, but again, just wanted to show you that we created Moreno. We brought him up off the reserves, and he appeared in the ball game. So Remy 2 hits. Evans 2 homers, 6 ribbies. Yaz 3 for 4 with a homer. Everybody had a hit except for Lansford. And pitching wise, Ojeda 8 shutout, 6 hits, 2 walks, 3 Ks, and Bergmeyer gave up the 2-run homer in the 9th. And that's the ball game, folks. All right. So, at any rate, Earl Weaver Baseball 2, excellent game. Um, there were a couple bugs that kind of prevented this from really uh, uh, being a true successor to the original Earl Weaver product. There were a lot of cool new features in this, like the manager profiles. Like I said, the ability to have the 40-man roster there, the reserves, um, the ability to import stats from Stats Incorporated. Um, I don't know, not, a lot of cool new things here, but this product was rushed out the door a bit, and the Electronic Arts shut down um, the patch that they were working on before it was ready for release. So folks were stuck with some of the bugs that were in the initial release here due to um, the fact that it was rushed to publication before it was completely ready. Um, but again, one of my favorite games, the Earl Weaver and Earl Weaver 2. So definitely check them out. Um, that's it for me today. Keep playing ball. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon. Take care.